ABC Mouse kept my kids engaged throughout the pandemic, so much appreciated. Curious what the pandemic trends you saw have been and how those are evolving now that kids are starting to go back to camp, summer camp, and eventually school.
Right. Yeah. Thanks for having me. Yeah, what we saw during the pandemic, a huge spike in usage of digital education apps. People turned to us in huge numbers during the pandemic. We saw a rise in usage, pretty significant rise. And interestingly, as in a lot of states, they started going back to school, the usage rates didn't really drop. So kids continued to use ABC Mouse from home at a very high level, and that's kind of continued on through the present.
So do you expect that to continue in September when hopefully, school is back in session?
Well, hopefully they are back in session. We're meant to be supplementary to what kids are doing in school. But yeah, I think we'll see a spike, as we always do, of usage during the summer. And it should hold up very well into the fall.
Now, as a parent, and I know many parents share this feeling, you want your kids to be doing something productive and engaging with the world at all times. If that involves a screen, you want that screen time to be productive. But my preference is always not screen time, if I can help it. What do you have to say to parents who are concerned about how much screen time their kids are getting, and whether, even if it's on what's supposedly a productive platform like ABC Mouse, that is healthy for them?
Yeah, what we've learned is that with as little as 45 minutes per week on ABC Mouse, the children make significant learning gains. So those levels are well below what any experts recommend for maximum screen time. You
also were top executive president of Disney in Japan and Asia. What are the growth opportunities you see? The story today mentions music, science, and other geographies. What's next?
Yeah, I think a couple things. One is international growth. Having spent a lot of time in Asia, I think gives me a little bit more understanding of the opportunities there. But Asia, I think, is a huge opportunity for us as a company. We're in China right now. We're in Japan. We're looking at India, Indonesia, South Korea, Vietnam. So lots of growth there. And then in the U.S., we have next generation adaptive learning products, which we are super excited about. Math and reading that we're piloting right now in Florida, Texas, and California. And those are adaptive learning products that assess every single child and put together a personalized learning path for every child.
So any tips for parents, if they're using ABC Mouse, how to monitor their uses, how much to offer their children, and how often?
Yeah, I think children, for the most part, will want to get on ABC Mouse. Most kids really enjoy it, and it's built to be that way. But for a younger child, say, 2 to 6 years old, put him or her on for 15, 20 minutes at a time, and you'll see significant learning gains. What we saw during the pandemic is that children that regularly used ABC Mouse didn't have learning loss, and in fact, a lot of them had significant gains.